Let's first talk about why having regular digestion is so important. We'll talk about why it's so important internally first for your overall health, and then externally for your aesthetic goals. From an internal standpoint, irregular digestion can lead to a whole host of symptoms, one being low energy or fatigue, because digestion takes up energy. And if our body is struggling to digest efficiently, it's almost like we're operating during the day on only a portion of our full energetic capacity. I like relating this to your iPhone battery. It drains quicker when apps are running in the background, right? And that's exactly how we are too. When digestion is running in the background, we don't have as much energy throughout our day. I like relating this to your iPhone battery. It drains quicker when apps are running in the background, right? And that's exactly how we are too when digestion is struggling in the background. Another concern with irregular digestion is an inability to absorb nutrients from the foods we're eating. So you may feel like you're eating really healthy, but if you're struggling with not going to the bathroom every single day, it's likely you're not getting the best bang for your buck out of the foods that you're eating. The healthy food that you're eating should be providing you vitamins and minerals and a lot of goodness. But if our body is struggling to fully absorb, the healthy food you're eating should be providing you vitamins and minerals and a lot of goodness, but our body struggles to fully absorb that goodness when digestion is an issue. And truthfully, when digestion is off long term, it leads to disease in the body. So energetically and vitality-wise, being someone who is regular is a non-negotiable. And if you're watching this, you likely already know how taxing irregular digestion can be externally too. Looking and feeling bloated is the worst, and then you don't feel like eating, which creates a whole other vicious cycle. And then assessing progress in your fitness journey becomes very difficult too. Overall, our brains are not nice to us as women when we feel bloated from irregular digestion. And in wanting to be a toned, lean, sexy goddess, we need to feel like regular digestion is both predictable and expected. So now that we know how important it is to have regular digestion, how do we get there? I made a digestive hierarchy because we do not need to implement everything at once. In fact, please do not implement everything at once, because if we do that, we won't be able to understand which variable in particular made a difference for you and your digestive system. I personally used to not be regular either and travel through off my digestion even more. So I wouldn't go day 1, day 2, and I would finally have a bowel movement on day 3. Now that I've worked through this hierarchy, I know exactly what my personal recipe for predictable digestion is. And that is so powerful. I cannot stress it enough. I am now so regular that I go even while traveling, which is not anything that I ever thought I would be able to say. And that predictability, knowing what you need to do to work with your body and systems, is how to know. And that predictability, knowing what you need to do for your body and systems, is how you'll know what you need to do the morning of your wedding to feel as energized as possible, as present as possible, and feel the most confident in your photos, the morning of your honeymoon, etc. So keep that in mind as we go through this.